Hey guys, this is Ernest with Superior Properties Group. In this quick video, I just want to tell you the differences between a licensed real estate agent, a wholesaler, and investor. I get a lot of questions on what the differences are. Can I be a licensed agent and an investor and a wholesaler? What's the differences? What can I do? What's better for me to do? And so I want to answer some of these questions in case you're on the fence about being one or the other or what you should focus on. They are completely different. The mindsets are normally completely different, the way you talk to the sellers and everything. And so let me give you guys the differences, okay? Number one is as a licensed real estate agent, okay? Now, when you become a licensed real estate agent, which takes about 3 months or so, at least in California, I don't know about other states, but in California, it takes about 3 months altogether, just because the Department of Real Estate takes forever, and then the classes takes about 3 weeks to a month, and everything in between. But once you're licensed, now you have the ability to represent buyers and sellers. So if you talk to sellers, you list it, and so now you have the ability to market it to buyers. But basically, it's to marry buyers and sellers together so you can close escrow and get paid, right? But so here's the pros and cons about being an agent, okay? And so the great thing about being an agent is once you're an agent, as far as transactions goes, you don't have to really put money down, for escrow or anything, because you're just representing the buyer or the seller or both. And so you're just helping them out. So it's really about time and expertise and helping them through. So you're really selling your services, okay? Now, we get paid about 3 to 6% on average on the property, and that's it, which is pretty good money in itself. Now, as a wholesaler, because a lot of people get a little confused on this. A wholesaler, you could be licensed or you don't, but if you are acting as a wholesaler and you are a licensed real estate agent, you do have to disclose everything. So you just got to make sure they understand that you're licensed, but you're not utilizing your license at this point because you're not representing them. You're just trying to purchase the property. And so this is the big difference. As a wholesaler, your intent is to purchase the property, or you're buying it. So you're actually filling out the purchase contract yourself, either under your name or under your corporation, or maybe even under a land trust. But either way, it's under you yourself. Again, you still have to disclose if you're doing both. If you're not a licensed agent and you're a wholesaler, then you don't have to disclose because obviously you're not a licensed real estate agent. So that's kind of one of the pros if you keep it completely different, separate. You don't have that responsibility. But there's pros and cons to everything. It's up to you. Talk to your attorney or whoever you're working with, or give me a call if you need guidance on that. But as a wholesaler, you are purchasing it yourself. So you're talking to the seller or even through an agent, but you're purchasing it. Okay, that's the difference. So now you're not being represented. You're just kind of purchasing the property. But really, what you really want to do as a wholesaler is sell it to another investor where you're just getting paid to tie up the property. So the big difference of what makes you a wholesaler is you get a flat fee normally. $2,500 to $5,000 is average as a wholesaler fee. EMD, so that's the earnest money deposit. As a wholesaler, when you first purchase it, they normally give you about 3 days to put the EMD. So if you are a wholesaler, you do have to have some skin in the game, some money for EMD. $1,000, $3,000. The most I've seen for earnest money deposit is $75,000, which is extremely high. But obviously every property that they do that, they get it, because that's a huge amount of money to lose, right? And so you're putting down the EMD, and to the exit strategy that wholesalers normally do is a double escrow. So they purchase it on one and then they open up another escrow and they sell it on the other one, and it can happen simultaneously. But normally it's on assignment, so they assign the contract, the purchase agreement, all the terms and everything over to an investor. And then that way they're out of the picture and they made their flat fee. Again, the reason why they're wholesalers, they're actually purchasing, they put the EMD and then they just sell the contract, okay? Or sell the home in a double escrow. So that's a wholesaler. The last one is as an investor, which this one's pretty obvious, but that's the one that they're actually gonna keep the property and do a buy and hold, or they might intend to flip the property. So fix it up and sell it, or fix it up and hold. And there's all kinds of other exit strategies, but that's the basics as an investor. Normally they either have the money to pay the wholesaler, pay the commissions, or all through a loan, maybe through hard money, or if it doesn't need that much fixing up, then they might just get a traditional loan. But either way, you're an investor because now it might be your second or third home, and as an investment. Either way, they intend to be the main owner, so they are the real buyer. So as a wholesaler in the beginning, you are a buyer, and then you sell your contract, or you do a double escrow, so they don't stay the buyer. So it's an ABC scenario. So they sell it off, and that's it. So if you have any questions, you want to know, or you know want to know anything as far as being a licensed agent, or a wholesaler or an investor, I actually do all three, and anything I do, I disclose everything because I have to. So if your intent is to be 2 or 3, then I'll guide you and help you with whatever you need. Okay, thank you and have a great day. Bye.